Hello everyone, welcome to Analysis Trends. I'm Rupam, I'm currently a business analyst, and welcome to the second video of the Business Analyst Roadmap. In this video, we're going to look into the second milestone, that is analytical skills. And in the first video, we have looked into what kind of education background you need to become a business analyst. I guess you have liked that video and hope that it added value. So we're gonna continue the same way in the second milestone, and we're gonna have 10 milestone. This is the second video out of 10. So stay tuned and watch till the end. So thank you for liking this video, and if you really like and you have got any information that is more value to you, please do like my video and also subscribe. I won't tell this in all of my videos, but this is what I mean it, and please do it. Moving forward in this video, we're going to look into how analytical skills are important to become a business analyst. Okay, so basically the whole design of this 10 videos are under the playlist called Business Analysis Roadmap. So going forward, you can follow the playlist called Business Analyst Roadmap, which cover all the key concepts, and we're going to discuss the key aspects. Okay, so moving forward again, today's agenda is basically looking into how the second milestone is. That means the second milestone will break down about analytical skills, and then we're gonna look into the action items, that is the blockers and the kind of solutions to those blockers, while we understand the analytical skills we require to become a business analyst. Moving forward here, this is my LinkedIn profile QR code. You can scan that and you can follow me on LinkedIn. Basically, I'm ECBA certified business analyst and I have a total of 5 years experience. So my goal is to provide a clear understanding of BA skills, and I'm gonna cover this in 10 videos in order to understand the roadmap to become a business analyst. And you can follow my channel, that is Analysis Trends, and let's move forward. So as discussed in the first video, we're gonna break down the milestone into three parts. That is, we're gonna understand the milestone first, then we're gonna understand what kind of blockers you would be able to face or you would face basically, and how do you tackle those blockers as solutions so that you overcome those blockers and achieve the milestone. Now, moving forward into the first basically, so let's begin. And then this is our second milestone, that is analytical skills. So what analytical skills are? So develop analytical skills through coursework. You can develop analytical skills through self-study or online resources. Some of the tools you can use to what you can say develop these skills are Excel, SQL, and data visualization softwares like Power BI and Tableau. So moving forward, we might have lot of skills that you need to be undertaking, right? So we'll discuss each of them now. So it can be a data analysis skills that you need to be understanding or having understanding with. Then you got quantitative analysis skills, then the critical thinking or the problem solving skills, the logical reasoning and the forecasting skills, or the research skills, or business process analysis, or the scenario planning, or the risk analysis. So it might be anything. So these are the main analytical skills that you or any business analyst should possess. Now, what are they actually? What each of them define is what we're gonna look. So let's look into the first one, that is data analysis skills. So ability to analyze and interpret data to identify the trends and patterns and insights. So anywhere, if you have any raw data and if you are analyzing those raw data in order to identify trends, patterns, and insights, that is basically data analysis skills, right? Next, critical thinking. What exactly is critical thinking? So capacity to assess situations, basically identify problems and propose innovative solutions. That can be a kind of a skill that is like a creative thinking. Next one would be moreover like on the problem solving, the capability to identify an issue. That means you would be able to easily understand what kind of issue and analyze the root cause, not just the issue but the root cause of that issue, and develop effective solutions by using the critical mindset. Next is we're going to look into the quantitative analysis. Now, basically, anyone who is more good at mathematics or statistics techniques or from the mathematics or statistics background, this would be the added advantage for them because this is where you would define your measures when you do any kind of analysis, and definitely a lot of people fail here. So if you are good at mathematical or statistical techniques, then you can rock in this field. Moving forward, we're going to look into the logical reasoning, that is ability to logically evaluate information and make sound decision based on the evidence. That is what defines. Next is we're going to look into the research skills, that is ability to find out the information or gather information or data by self, or it might be from anyone, but you should have that capability or conducting the research capability not to gather the requirement. Next is we're going to look into the business process analysis, that is capability to analyze and optimize business processes effectively and efficiently. That means you need to understand all the business processes, how and why are these processes being running, and you need to understand the root, the end users and the stakeholders of each processes so that you understand and provide effective contribute to that particular thing. Next is the forecasting skills in case of prediction, right? Predicting trends. It might be based on the current situations or in the future situation, but anything you want to predict depends on the historical data. So if you are good at data analysis skills, you would able to analyze trends, probably do a forecasting, and by using your quantitative analysis skills, you would able to predict it as per the accurate measures, right? Next is your risk analysis, is ability to assess potential risk and their impact on the business objectives and develop mitigation strategies. All this risk need to be identified by a BA because this would be a blocker for anyone who is being involved in this process. So identifying risk is a key skill as a BA because this would definitely help, or it will be a smooth transition of any project from a beginner stage to an end stage. Next is a scenario planning, which is very common thing, but the point here is capability to develop and analyze various scenarios. That means you need to be putting yourself into different shoes to understand how and why they are thinking or what is their thought on that, and basically anticipate potential outcome and plan accordingly. So this will definitely help you to portray yourself as well as portray others view in order to understand their interest and their goal towards it. Okay, next, moving forward, is the blockers. Now, what kind of blockers you might face when you are going through understanding the skills? The kind of blockers you're going to face in the analytical skills might be, in case of data analysis, would be lack of data or inadequate data quality. That means you might see that you have no access to data, and that's the reason you might drop this skill. But inadequate data quality can be other reason where you have data but you don't have any kind of relation between those. So that can be one of the blocker. We will look into how to resolve this or how to solve this blocker so that you start preparing on this particular area. Next is critical thinking. How and what kind of a blocker would be? I mean, this can uh, sync with your mind, right? Fixed mindset or tendency to accept information blindly. The blind information or accepting blindly someone without having a proper evidence of it would be a blocker for you. You will not be able to scale in this area unless you have a fixed mindset. It should not be fixed mindset. It should be very evidence proof mindset, and it should be open to ideas, right? That is what the critical thinking is. Yeah, definitely. We'll look into the solution next in the next slide. But in this particular, understand what kind of blockers you might face while doing or while understanding the skill. Is a problem solver. Difficult in breaking down the complex problem. Definitely this can be a blocker for most of us because we might have problems, we might have complex problems, but we don't know how to break them down or how to start with. So definitely the solution is there in the next slide. Quantitative analysis, lack of proficiency in statistical methods. As expected, right? Anyone who is not from the mathematical or statistics background would definitely have a huge blocker here. And to solve this, We have a next slide. Logical reasoning, difficulty in constructing logical arguments, right? You should have a logical mindset to this. Next, any kind of blocker in research skills would be inability to effectively locate and evaluate information. That means you might be stuck somewhere that you don't know how to evaluate because you are not sure what kind of measures you are looking into. Business process analysis, limited understanding of organization process. If you are not good at domain skills, this blocker comes. If you are not good at understanding the processes, you might be in the same situation. Forecasting, uncertainty or lack of historical data for accurate prediction. Definitely a blocker, because if you don't have any historical data, you cannot predict. But there is a solution to it as well. But uncertainty can be lack of historical data for an accurate prediction. So you cannot do accurate prediction, but you can do prediction without historical data as well. Risk analysis, incomplete understanding of potential risk and their impact. If you have an incomplete information or half knowledge about that particular process, then doing a risk analysis on that is as risk as you don't do it. Then the scenario planning, difficulty in anticipating future trends and uncertainties. If you are not sure about how others are thinking, or how other scenarios comes into picture, then you are making yourself in order to block yourself to think beyond the current state. So you will not be able to success in the future state. So any blockers it might be, but take a pause, take a screenshot of this. Definitely it will be helpful, and write your own comments under the box so that you don't forget. This is the main key slide, which is a solution. How do you solve all those blockers for each of the skills you want to learn under analytical skills? The first one is a data analysis. As we mentioned that it might be incomplete data, or you data quality would be not clear as a blocker. Now improve access to relevant data. Now enhance data quality to cleaning and pre-processing techniques. So data analysis can be done in any of the tool like Excel, Power BI, like Power Query, or you got SQL. The best part is take any raw data, put it in Excel, and then try to clean that data. That means try to fill the gaps, try to give each, I mean, let's say there's a date column and there is a text column, then make sure that the date and text column doesn't have any mixed data type, right? It should be only date under date column and text under the text column, and number should be a number column. So that kind of cleaning would be the very first step. Then looking into gaps, then looking into the error kind of things and try to remove them, or try to avoid them, or try to correct them. And that would be a pre-processing techniques, and that would be able to help you to gain or build your data analysis skills. Next is critical thinking. How do you overcome those blockers? Cultivate a growth mindset. Have your mindset with a growth opportunity in that. Engage in critical reflections and seek feedback. Don't worry that you're gonna fail it. Definitely it's not gonna happen. No one will point it out even if you tell it wrong. The only fear you would have is what kind of mindset people would have, what they think about you. Doesn't even care about that. Don't even care. See, I'm doing this video. I'm not sure how many of you are actually watching. I'm doing it on my own basis, but I have a I'm cultivating a growth mindset, because if anything goes right, people would feedback, and that's where you see in my comments that people like this video, like my channel, follow me, uh, ping me on LinkedIn, because that's where it give me motivation to build, and that's where I become more creative. If I don't take this step, definitely I'll not be able to engage, right? So engage in critical reflection, correct? Next is problem solving. Use problem solving framework. Collaborate with cross functional team for diverse perspectives. That means problem solving will only able to be if you are able to understand how the cross functional teams are working, and that will give you added advantage there. Quantitative analysis definitely enhance statistical proficiency through training. That means taking guidance or taking the course and practice applying statistical techniques to real world scenarios. Python, R are the key languages. If you are good at statistics and mathematics, definitely try to focus yourself on Python and R, because that will give you a added advantage to do a lot of data analysis tasks. Logical reasoning. Now practice logical reasoning exercises, engage in deductive and inductive reasoning, ability to collaborate with all, ability to think in a way that how logical that makes sense, and probably understand the trends or understand the real world scenario that will able to help you in overcome this blocker. Research skills, develop information literacy skills, basically practice critical appraisal to evaluate and credibility of information. Research skills will be a very good because you got a lot of information available out. You just need to find a focal point in order to provide a relative information around it. That would be your first steps to this. Business process analysis, collaborate with stakeholders, subject matter experts, gain deeper understanding, conduct through process mapping. That means go and collaborate with the SMEs, that is the one who is actually the end user of that particular process. Sit with them, understand how are they working, and that will definitely help you to map the processes to understand where this process is going and how many sub processes are behind this particular project. Forecasting, definitely incorporate qualitative factors into forecast, explore alternative forecasting method. You can do data analysis toolkit in Excel. You can do forecasting with Python, with R. There are any other like we got analytics, a lot of analytical tool where you can do forecasting based on your historical data. But your historical data should be very clean, and that can be solved using data analysis skills by cleaning and doing a pre-processing data, cleaning, transforming, and then doing kind of visuals. Risk analysis, conduct comprehensive risk assessments, collaborate with stakeholder to gain insights into potential risks. So if you have identified risk, now you need to understand that how this risk is actually making an impact. You need to have a better understanding of how this risk gonna be a potential risk, and you should have that visibility or understanding with the stakeholders in order to overcome those risks in hand. The last one is a scenario planning. Engage in scenario planning exercises, collaborate with stakeholder again, identify key drivers of the change. So scenario planning can be here. The blocker would be definitely you need to understand in different perspective. You need to be able to understand future trends, how gonna look like, because scenario is assumption, and we need to be assuming everything if you're gonna look into the future, right? Now if I look in my future, basically I'm assuming that I want to become some person. Assumption is separate, but analyzing, identifying, going and following through a path like a roadmap to a business analyst, we are assuming that someone who watched this video will able to get into a role of BA, but it's not 100%, but you need to be having a path, right? This is the path that you need to follow. Okay, so you can pause the video, take a screenshot, and definitely write your thoughts and then moving forward. So this board is again the same board we have in the video one or the milestone one. This is a milestone two video. So take a screenshot in the blue box and yellow box, try to write your main key blockers, and under the white notes there, try to put as your thoughts on those blockers. How do you want to overcome? And take a Xerox of this, take a printout of this, and put it in front of your desk or your wall, your study table, wherever you are learning. That would definitely help you to overcome this kind of skills and gain basically skills moving forward. So this is all about in this video. Please go and follow the channel, subscribe it. That would definitely motivate me to build more content. And if you want to make this video in Hindi or any other languages, so please do comment. That would be definitely be a added value to me. So thank you for watching, thank you for supporting, and I would definitely like to build this a huge and add more content to my channel. So please support, please subscribe, please share to all your BA fellow mates, colleagues, friends, and thank you for watching. Have a good day. See you